specific industries. Next to the West End Gate over there is the Deutsche Ärzte- und Apothekerbank, in short Apobank, and they're specialized on the medical field, and delivering loans and dealing with savings and investments of the medical sector and pharmaceuticals. Now you see the S with a dot on top. When it comes to small and medium entrepreneurship and microfinance, Volksbanken and Sparkassen are those institutions here in Germany who are working closely in that field. We thought for a long time that microfinance would be out of fashion in Germany because we have the social security system and Germans are pretty security minded. And of course, because the securities in delivering microfinance are different than in regular loans, people refuse to deal with microfinance for a long time, but since the financial crisis and the economical changes going along with that, microfinance became popular again in entire Europe as well. So this Sparkasse here, this is not the bank or the banking organization, this is simply the IT department of Sparkasse. This is Indiva. Actually it's a Dutch bank, one of the bigger banks in Holland, but as Holland is so small, they're going abroad as well. On the right hand side, this round building is the Renaissance Hotel. You see an industrial area here on the right hand side with many offices, and it probably doesn't seem so, but the housing here is very expensive as well. So usually these apartments are for rent. As I mentioned before, many people work here but they're not living here, so they're going home for the weekend. And an apartment here, two-room apartment, will cost you about 2,000 euros per month. Buying real estate here, it depends on what area of the city. There's a huge variety of prices, but the lowest prices are per square meter, 2,000 euro if you buy real estate, up to 12,000, up to 20,000 in the city center. So there's a huge variety. The fuel prices, if you observe here the fuel stations, you probably noticed that even amongst countries in Europe there is a variety in the prices as well. Here in Germany, over half of the price is paid on taxes. Therefore, people paying not per gallon, but here fuel is taken per liter, and 1 liter will cost you about €1.80. So at time we're facing lower prices, it's about 15 cents less. The unfortunate thing is that during holidays or high seasons, the prices are going up, and fuel will be extremely expensive. Expectations are that in a few months we'll reach €2 per liter, which is now energy, and this is part of your lecture tomorrow morning, because this is such an important issue in entire Europe. You will have the problem in India how to get the rooms air conditioned, and this is causing problems as far as I know in the electricity supply. We're facing a different problem, that it's warm in summertime. This year we had a real true period of 3 weeks where it was over 30s, and the people here are not used to this heat. But in winter we are facing real cold times. Sometimes in some years it's really starting already in October, so you're really lucky that we have some sunshine and temperatures of around 20 degrees now, centigrade, because in winter time, which is peak on winter time is end of January, February, it might be very cold here. Frankfurt area is considered pretty warm. That's why they grow around Frankfurt. There's a lot of vineyards. They have vineyards here. They're growing wine and grapes. But you will figure out that in the south of Germany it might be really, really cold, minus 20 degrees, and therefore people wear furs and they have heated rooms. So heating is very costly here. We're taking you this afternoon. We talked about vineyards. Germany is famous not for wine. Of course, people do drink wine, and anywhere in Germany, people like beers. But especially here in Frankfurt, that's the area, that's a region where apples grow. So there are many, many fruit plantations specialized on diverse kinds of apples. And you probably know cider. We call it here an apple wine. It's not tasting like cider, it's kindly sour, it's not sweet at all. And we are visiting a factory now where this apple wine, this Frankfurt apple wine, is produced. Now there is a small story behind the factory we're visiting. There is an area in Frankfurt which is called Sachsenhausen, an old area, and some centuries ago an old lady was living there, and she was very, very nasty. She was not friendly at all, and people thought that it was a part of not drinking apple wine because sour makes funny. That's the belief in Frankfurt. So the sour stuff, and you will become very, very happy. You've probably figured out, you probably noticed that Germans are very, very serious. They don't smile without a reason, and to some extent, they need some alcohol in order to become friendly with other people. And this Frau, this lady, she was called Frau Rausche. Frau Rausche, because Rausch is considered if you get slightly drunk. And she was so unfriendly that if she was not drunk, she started spitting at other people. Yeah. So she was pretty, very, 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 well, not such a nice person. And so there is still a statue in this area of her.